All right. Happy Satiated Saturday, everyone. I am so excited to be here. Amanda, girl, look who we have on.
I know. Look, it's a pleasure because we have certainly been talking about you. Were you able to see the video that we made?
Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
So I want to say this to the world, to the audience that is looking at Mr. Kevin Owens, the amazing, illustrious singer himself, the man
Mm.
that came from the Ooh yeah, Luther Vandross.
That's right. I love
We
when
have
she does
Kevin
that.
Owens, who's going to be at the I'm Possible Community Heroes, and he is
Mhm.
here to tell us more about himself, first and foremost, more about why he chose to be our entertainment for that night. And we want to know a little bit of a little snippet of the documentary, the Luther Vandross documentary. Whatever you could give, Kevin, we will receive, won't we, Amanda?
Absolutely. Yes, yes,
You
yes.
got
Super
it.
excited.
So,
You got it.
Mr.
Well, I'm ready to pour it all out for you. So,
Oh, are we asking everything then, sir?
well, then come on with it. I can't. We can't take this stuff with us, right?
Yeah,
We got
That's
to. We got to
right.
absolutely.
pass it on. We got to share it however we can. Yeah.
We sure do. So,
Hmm.
Kevin, we want to start at I always like to know why music from people. That's something I always like to know. Why
Great question.
music,
That's interesting. That's a very interesting question. Nobody ever asked me that. I
Kevin?
like that. Why music? Because my spirit said so.
Oh.
And I've always been that from in my mother's arms,
Hmm.
because my mother was a singer also, gospel, opera, classical, and it's in my genes, but
Hmm.
I've always, wow, from 5 years old, I took my guitar to my kindergarten class, right? And Jackie Wilson was hot, and
Hmm.
I just wanted to sing a song for the class. So it's always been in me to
Okay.
perform. I've always wanted to be on the stage. Growing up in my neighborhood, I had bands and singing groups. I was always the one forming the group. So I guess it's always been part of me. It's always been part of me.
So it comes from the depths of your soul, you know?
Yes, it does. Yes, it
Amanda,
does.
he's saying it comes from his shanana. We like
That's right. Hey, running
I
deep in the family
like that.
roots. Running deep in the family roots.
absolutely,
Yeah, yeah. And not
absolutely.
just that, I believe it was a calling. I really, really do. I believe that I was called to do a music ministry. And I was
Oh,
trying to find myself all through these years, because you come up in the church and you're singing gospel, and everybody saying, oh, you can't venture outside the church. But I've had pastors say to me, Kevin, you ain't doing nothing here. You know what I'm saying? And I was a little confused about sharing it, but it was a calling. And
mhm,
one of my pastors said to me, he said, Kevin, listen, man, you sing it, it's beautiful. Great, great, great. But it's the same people every day here in the pews. You need to go out. Your gift is for out there. You need to let people, and there's something in there for you. And I've always been blessed to be with the situations like Reagan Brown, like Luther, and a lot of others, where the message in the music was never anything derogatory, was never anything, negative or anything like that, adding to the negatives of society. You know what I'm saying? It's always
mm.
been love. So I always felt that I had a ministry with music in love.
So I love that you said that, like Amanda, he's talking about is spiritual, it's that connection. And you said it's been
Hmm.
love. And something that I always discuss is love. And God says it's the most powerful out of faith, hope, and love. The most powerful of those three is love. So I like that you connect your music ministry with love because it is powerful. And
Hmm.
Luther, we know
Hmm.
he was definitely about giving out that love so that
Absolutely.
we can
That
make
was it.
those connections.
Yes.
That's right.
He
Yeah.
was.
Yeah.
How was that?
Hmm.
That stint with working with Luther Vandross.
Woo! I'm telling you, Jocasta, it was again, that was again. something meant to be. You know, was destined for that. I believe that Luther's whole entourage, me, Lisa, Ava, all the ladies, everybody who's involved was supposed to come into this life to either assist him,
Mm-hmm.
hear what I'm saying, to assist him and what he had to do, but at the same time doing what he put us here to do through that vehicle. But and of course us doing other things. But working with him is was amazing. That's all he treated you. He didn't treat you like a background singer. With Luther, you were one of his singers and you were like him. And I believe that's because he came from the background set. He came from being a supporting singer. And then when he stepped out as Luther on his own, when he pulled in all of those voices and all of those people that would make his sound right. And he knew that he was pulling in some divas, divas, whatever you want to call them. And
Mm-hmm.
yeah, so he always picked the best out of everything that he was doing. But like being with him was like being on cloud nine. I mean, really, we didn't want for anything. He paid us very, 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 very well. Um, it was like being in the toughest gang in the music industry. You know what I'm saying? Like we went from city to city, not with chips on our shoulders, but we knew we were bad. We knew that our organization was tight. We knew that the audience was out there. They were ready for us and we were ready for them. We knew that Luther put hundreds of thousands of dollars into us and on us.
Mm-hmm.
As you saw, that was real stuff. That wasn't no rhinestone bling. That was real cut metal, cut glass, gun metal, diamonds on the girls' ears for real with the guards standing in the wings. I mean, yeah. Yeah. So like being with him was like a walk into the highest echelon of the music industry that you can imagine. And that's what I've always dreamed to do, and
Wow.
and I was so thankful for that.
Oh my goodness.
Oh
Give me
yeah, I can go
So
on.
go
knowing
ahead.
Mhm.
that you
No,
speak about, I'm so sorry, you speak about
no.
top echelon, knowing that you're
Uh-huh.
going to have the ability to be able to meet and sing with them, be background, knowing that when you very first heard that you were there any anxiety, any nervousness, or was it just seamless for you to step in there and be and do what you do talented wise?
Well, yes, Amanda, it was seamless. And again, that was because of the training that I had prior, performing arts high school,
Okay.
growing up like I said, in my neighborhood, bands, groups. I I I was involved in children's theater. My whole life has been on the stage. Children's theater. When I was in elementary school, I was doing Pecos Bill and Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, and this was off Broadway, but still, I was being trained the whole time. I went to dance school, Hines and Hatchet. I went to ballet. I went to modern dance school. Then performing arts high school. I mean, it kept
Amazing.
going. When I got into the service, 1973 to 1970, no, yeah, 73 to 76, I was at my duty station, but the last year and a half, I got pulled away because it was the bicentennial, 1976, 1776, and the U.S. military in Europe put together this huge show, and I had a band while I was in the service in the barracks. I had a band everywhere I went. You know what I'm saying? And so they saw my band, they saw my singing group, and they said, "Hey, could you guys come and be in the bicentennial show that we're putting together in Europe? And we
Mm-hmm.
want you to come on." And I said, "Well, I will come, but you got to take my band. You got to take my group." And they accepted. So I had my band, my group, and I was one of the choreographers. So
I like that.
again, it's been this trek. I was just ready, and I remember the first rehearsal. I walked in there. It actually was the audition. It was Lisa was there, Lisa Fisher. Ava wasn't there. Alpha Anderson from Chic, she was there, and it was like it was really seamless. Whatever he asked me to do, I was able to do. I was able to dance, sing, incorporate both at the same time, and he was blown away. But Luther had been watching me because I was in a group called Revelation. Revelation was signed to Handshake Records and also RSO Records. They had a couple of records. And in New York, Luther had, like I said earlier, he had his eyes on the best singers in the city. He kept track of them because he was doing jingles, and he would hire you for, jingle work as well. So he had been watching me the whole time. You know what I'm saying? So he had his eye on me. And when I came into the group, it was seamless.
Wonderful.
Wonderful.
Ah, I love that. Let me get back to
There's
Luther.
so much to every story, though. That's
Yeah,
why I'm running on because there's a
but
lot
yes,
in
story.
every.
So, what is a memorable time that you could tell us about? Being on the road,
Mm.
maybe.
Yeah.
Ooh. Come
He
on,
said,
you're
"Ooh,
talking 23 years of good
what are
times.
you talking about?
I mean,
The whole time was good time. I
yeah, but there were some ones that stuck out. There was a lot of great ones. Like the Power of Love tour. I mean, just there's so many great things. Luther would do. We would go bowling. Uh, Luther would. We would like come in some days, and there'd be a wrestling rink there built, and we say, where'd that come from? And Luther would have. He loved wrestling. So you have some wrestlers come in and do it. Yeah, we did so
really.
many things. Luther, like I say, we just had a ball out there on the road. The backstage area,
Hmm.
that was home. That was home. We had a ambiance crew, and all they did was hook up our rooms. Mine and Luther's dressing room because I shared well, Luther shared his dressing room with me. It was just me and him. The girls had theirs, the band had theirs, and but each room was hooked up like home, like a living room. I mean, really, really great stuff in there. So and our backstage area was cut off. Anybody just couldn't come back there. It was, and you know how it is back there. But this was a little special. This wasn't the egotistical. Oh, I don't want nobody back here. Wasn't that? Luther wanted our environment us as a traveling family to act like family, be like family. He didn't want strangers walking around while the ladies, were back there comfortable getting their hair done, getting their makeup, because it was an all day process. They started at 2 o'clock in the afternoon because there was 4 or 5 girls, so each one had to get to the makeup artist, right, Jeff? And Abel would go at 2, Lisa at 3. So they were in there all day in their robes, and he wanted that environment to be safe and so they can walk around like they're at home because he needed us focused. He needed us to be on our A game, to feel comfortable, no worries, so that when we got on that stage for him, we just bring it with no excuses. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
He set the stage for us, and it was just so comfortable traveling with him. It was fun every day, every day.
Seems like a lot of fun.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. There's a lot of great adventures. I know, y'all as y'all were looking on with the different squabbles he was having, with certain artists, things got out. And I experienced every single one of those right there with him. I was locked with my brother at that point because he was going through a whole bunch of challenges. You know what I mean? Things that people you don't realize when a lot of them get up on stage and all the stuff going on back there. It was pretty heavy with him because he felt like he was the big brother. He felt that he had to carry this torch of excellence, of professionalism, and he had to keep that. And I know that you kind of felt that from him because he brought the best all the
Hmm.
time. So when he ran into problems, I don't have to mention the names, the groups and our individual sister. Uh,
I mean,
it
if
was
you
rough for
mention
him.
them, we're not gonna say anything.
Well, it's all
It's all
public.
out
Anita
there anyway.
Baker, in
Right.
Vogue, and
Yeah.
all those other things, and even when he went through his accident, in LA in their car, and one of his buddies died. There's some really rough times. You
Absolutely.
know what I'm saying? But we always managed to keep it light when it came to us doing the job that we were paid to do, and Luther wanting everything done, regardless what was going on in the outside world. When we hit that stage, you know, he was ours and we were his, and all of us together, the audience belonged to us, you
Absolutely.
know, and and we belonged to them, and
So is
and we
this
just
stuff
tried to
what
keep it up.
we
Mhm.
expect to see in the documentary? The
Oh yeah,
stories and
yeah. Well, actually, the documentary is based on a whole bunch of things. Of course, some history from way back, David Bowie, all those great things he did before I even knew him.
okay,
Um, Yeah, but all of that is in there. They won't get into the personalized things, what they did. They just kept it all on Luther
okay.
and his upswings, and his downs as
Oh,
well. But the documentary is great. It's so well laid out. I'll put it
okay,
that way. It's
okay.
so well laid out. If you wanted to know, that documentary is going to tell you, really. Is They went into some areas, I wasn't, aware of on like certain things, because the family, of course, they got everything.
Mhm.
My journey started with him in 1985 all the way to 2005. But yeah, but the documentary is full of a lot of information, a lot
And
of
you're in
great
it.
stuff. Oh yes, oh yes. We were Please. We were his group. We
Yeah.
were we were the family, and I still feel so honored
Mhm.
and grateful for being put in that situation, because I never, thought I'd be part of this kind of fame. You know what I mean? And I
Yeah.
don't wear it like that. I'm very humble.
Mhm.
I don't have that ego. People say, "Oh, Kevin, you." I say, "Yeah, well, thank you, but at the end of the day, we just people."
Yes, and I love that
Mhm.
you said at the end of the day, we just people. Because I always tell people, I'm just Jocasta. Because if Jesus called me, if he say, "Trash, come here," I don't care what he called me. I'm just happy to be called.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
So
That's
God,
right. In the
that's it.
number,
That's
like
right.
they would
I
say, in the
love that you
number.
say that. I love that you say.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
what made you say you were going to be a part of this I'm Possible gala?
Well, actually, Beverly called me,
Mhm.
and her sister. Oh my goodness, that's bad. Her sister called me first, right? Because I did something for them years ago. Yeah,
Okay,
Shirley.
okay.
Shirley. Oh, forgive me, Shirley, because you're probably gonna see this. But you I'll just chalk it up to a senior moment. So we'll keep moving. Anyway.
Give you grace. Give you grace.
Shirley called me first, and just we talk, and she said, well, my sister wants you to do something with her. And I said, I'd be great, I'd be glad to do it. So I called Beverly, and we had talked, and and I was actually just trying to help Bev, and like saying, Beverly, it don't have to be me. I said, I can, whoever you want, I can just make a call. You know what I'm saying? It was Delphonics. It was so and so. I don't know who you want, the Manhattans, or whatever that is. She said,
Mhm.
no, 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 no. I want you, because you did the thing years ago for us. I said, well, I'd be glad to do it, and I'm honored to do it. But that's how that came about. It was just like that, and that's why we're here today.
And that is why I mean, if you saw Amanda and I's commercial, we were overjoyed just to be able to
Absolutely.
mention Kevin Owens is going to be there. Like wanting people
Wow.
to know, you know, it was a big deal
Yeah.
for us. Definitely
Wow.
a big deal.
Well, I'm really honored to be here. And I've always wanted to get more involved with with the kids. I've always been involved, actually, because I've done a lot of things, even growing up in my neighborhood, because the parents back then, they encouraged me, whenever I needed a place to rehearse. I can use the community center. Always had a room available to me at any time I asked. So the men and women in my community,
Mhm.
Amsterdam houses, by the way, New York City, 64th and Amsterdam. It was one of those great housing projects in New York. A lot of great people came out. Eric Estrada, oh, what's his name? Thelonious Monk, um, uh, Daphne on Prince of Bel Air. Um, we had a whole bunch of people come out of that project because the Lincoln Center was right across the street. So we had the Performing Arts Library. Everything was right there. I can walk out of my building and walk across the street into into the library, Alice Tully Hall, Lincoln Center. So my whole area in New York is full of the arts, you know. So I was just blessed all around like that, you know.
That's what it sounds like. You
Hmm.
had everything at your fingertips. And
Yeah, he set it up for me.
now at your fingertips is I'm Possible Community Heroes Gala, November
Yes.
9th, 7:30. If these people do not come and hear you shut the place down at the Delta Flight Museum, then they are missing out. What are some
Yes, they are.
what are some parting words you would like to provide the viewing audience before we leave?
Well, what I like to say is, everybody, come on out. You know, when we're trying to help our teens, our young mothers, young fathers, from what I know that this organization is based on, helping, empowering the community, awarding people in the community for the good deeds that they do, which encourages them and others to get involved and do more. I say, come on out because this is a dying breed. We really need to support each other, and we need to support organizations like this organization.
Absolutely.
And so, that's what I would say. You're going to have a great time. I'm going to put on a wonderful show for you. I'm going to give you Luther, Ray Goodman and Brown, Kevin. I'm going to give you a lot that night, from my heart. And again, you'll be able to meet some beautiful people like Jocasta and Amanda. All right. And we can probably do some more of these things. So I say, come on out. Come on out and help support.
Absolutely. And we're looking forward to it.
Oh,
So,
by the way,
okay.
by the way, um, I have to. Oh, wow, I should have had the name of the theater. But well, you all know that on the 30th, the documentary is all over Atlanta, right? You know that, right? It's like in 6 or 7 theaters,
Oh,
and
wow. I didn't.
you
No,
didn't.
thank you.
Let us in on
Oh,
that.
wow. I'm gonna send you an email, okay? I'm gonna send
Absolutely.
you an email, and you can announce it if you want. You can do what you want with this, but it's going to open up on the 30th in 6 theaters there. And it's only one night showing. But on November 8th, I'm going to be doing a question and answer at the theater. I have to let you know. Man, I should have that in front of me. That's so bad. Where it'll be running for a couple of weeks.
Oh,
All
wow. I
right.
want to,
But
Amanda
it's
and
officially
I,
released.
we need to go to this.
Oh, absolutely.
I
Absolutely.
definitely
So
Yeah.
be there. I need to be there. We have
Well,
I'm like, hey, I'm
I'm
in with you,
gonna send you
Jocasta.
all of the theaters.
okay. Okay. I
Yeah.
definitely
Yeah.
have to. I would love to support you while you're in town, like doing your premiere and
Mhm.
interviews
Mhm.
and things of that nature. Amanda and I would definitely love to do that with
Absolutely.
Well,
this.
the one that I'm going to be hosting is November 8th. So if you want to wait till then, this way I could invite you out. You know what I
Yes,
mean? And
we'll wait. We'll
I'll
wait.
be at that one. And I'm
We'll,
going to be at one here in Baltimore next week cuz I'm here in Baltimore. You
okay.
know, I this is another part of me that God gave me the gift with my hands, electronics and things like that.
Uh-huh.
So I have a small construction company, me and my brothers, and we've been in Baltimore since May, building out a salon and a boutique. It's about 3,000 square feet. I'm ready to
Nice.
go home. So that's what I do also. You know what I'm saying? I'm very, very good with these. So yeah, but I'm doing one next week because it's opening up on the 30th. So I'll be here. So I'm doing a theater here. Yeah.
So we have to go when you're here so we can be,
Mm-hmm.
with you,
Yeah.
supporting you in the same way that you support this cause and have supported Dr. Beverly. We have to show up for you as well. We believe in showing
I
up.
appreciate that. I
We
appreciate, and
believe
Luther
in
would too.
showing up. Aw, I love it.
Mhm.
So, okay, it comes out, you said the 30th, October 30th.
October 30th is going to be in Atlanta, 6 theaters. I wish
Okay.
I had that in front of me. And November 8th,
November.
um, yeah, it's going to be premiering at the theater that is going to show for a couple of weeks.
Okay. Okay.
Hmm.
So October 30th in several theaters in Atlanta, and November 8th, you will actually be in Atlanta
Right.
and
Question and answer. Right.
question a
Oh,
Q&A,
that's
a
right.
Q&A. Well,
After the
Kevin,
film.
I am excited. I am not only
Very excited.
excited about
Mhm.
you being at the Delta Flight Museum for the I'm Possible Community Heroes Gala on at November the 9th at 7:30, but for the
Mhm.
documentary as well. As well.
I'm excited too. I can't wait to see you guys in person.
Ah, yes. And
We're
that will be
excited as
November
well.
Mhm.
8th. Wonderful. Well, you know what? We want to just thank you for allowing us to be able to interview you. Thank you for us being together on this amazing Saturday. It's the Kevin
Mm.
Owens Saturday. That's what I'm calling it.
That's
Ah,
right.
It's the Kevin Owens Saturday. And Kevin, we thank you. Your interview was absolutely priceless to hear the
thank
story,
you.
to know what you do, and your love for community and service is what we need more of in this world. So
Amen.
I just thank you for your spirit and thank you for who you are and your
You're
service.
welcome. You're welcome, and thank you.
Yes, everyone, you better go watch this documentary October the
Yes.
30th. Connect with Kevin Owens here in Atlanta, November the 8th. And on November the 9th, connect with all of us at I'm Possible Community Heroes Gala in Atlanta, Georgia, at the Delta Flight Museum at 7:30 p.m. If you are not there, then I don't know where else you should be, because you should be with
Amen.
us celebrating. Get your tickets now before November 1st. All right. Kevin, thank you so much.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you. Have an
You're
amazing
welcome.
day.
You too. Enjoy.